All right, everybody. So I just had a meeting with my new cardiologist at the VA. My old cardiologist, we were not vibing. We were not meshing. I didn't like the way he talked to me. I felt he was disrespectful. I felt he left out key components of communication. He also was really eager to put me on a new med that requires a blood test that he said he was not going to give me a blood test for. He was simply going to go by, I had my weight loss, and it was just going to be purely the number on the scale, even though I've been lifting weights, for how long has it been? 6 months or something, I've added weights to my regimen, and I felt like he was just really incompetent and had a bad bedside manner, right? And wasn't practicing Western medicine the way it should be. If you want to give someone a medicine for, say, triglycerides, you test their triglycerides, right? So I got myself an appointment with a new cardiologist, and I went in, and it was great. We communicate great. He's respectful. He's communicative. He's open. And the last one was a fellow. This one is actually a doctor at the VA. I think that helps. And by the way, since my last physical, I had lost 7 pounds. And since my last physical, that's when I, joined at Crunch Fitness and added some new things to my regimen. And meanwhile, I had been getting stronger and stronger, so obviously some muscle mass. Blood pressure was good. They did my oxygenation test. It was 100% oxygenation. Resting heart rate is 52 beats per minute right now. So, I'm on track, and we talked about how I can stay on track. And, it was a very positive meeting. I had actionable items. Then I, for about 24 hours, I just let myself eat whatever I want, do whatever I want. And then I'm more or less back on regimen. And again, getting sleep, doing intermittent fasting, restricting sugars, eliminating sugars, right? Restricting carbs. Again, for that 24-hour period, I was like, I want to get some chocolate. I want to get some donuts. I want to eat some rice. I want some fries. But we are back. Okay. And so it just goes to show that with effort you can achieve results. I want to achieve better results. I've got more physicals, more exams coming up with the VA, and I really don't like going to the hospital. So what I'm doing is I'm treating this as sort of like athletic assessments. Assess your health. Treat them as weigh-in times. Treat them as guide to periodization. So trying to have fun with what is not fun for me. I don't like hospitals. I don't like doctor's exams. I don't like blood work. I don't like getting jabbed with needles. Acupuncture is fine. And I generally just don't like the way a lot of the VA communicates with me. But I'm finding a way to cope. And I think that's important. Healthcare is definitely a hot button issue in this country. The people that have it and the people that don't get markedly different lifestyle results. And this new doctor, Dr. Turner, said, you're doing the right thing. You're taking ownership of your condition, and you're, doing what you can on your end, aside from just taking the medicines. And you are taking the medicines, but you're asking questions. And so he said, now, you can plateau. Don't be upset if you plateau. You may have to, when you reach a certain level and you're not making any more progress, you may have to reevaluate, make some changes, and so on and so forth, right? So, and we're all not getting any younger, but we also don't have to, accelerate our aging and become decrepit either, right? So I'm fairly happy with my results. 7 pounds, it's not something to sneeze at. It's certainly not enough to be optimal. I mean, 14 pounds would have been even better. 24 pounds would have been even better, right? But there we are, all right? And I think one thing that helped is, mentally I flipped a switch. I am out of retirement. I'm, planning for the Show Me State Games and the Columbia Cup. I'm looking at ways to attend other tournaments and possibly even Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. And I'm saying, being a senior athlete is better than being a senior citizen on the couch, right? So to those of you that have been following my journey, thank you for being on the journey, staying with me. Some of you are very supportive, and I wish you all to live long and prosper and get out there and train.